Wednesday, May 10th. Finally getting some of the bare root plants into the ground. This is in front of our property. I'm going to plant some service berries, and these are hazelnuts. I tried to grab the buckets with the multiples in them, but a couple of the service berries I wanted nice ones to get in. My husband dug this trench. It's what, maybe 20 feet, thereabouts. Mainly clay. It's very, very orange clay. And I don't have enough horse poop. I'll be getting some today, but it won't be enough. I got another trench to do and one to finish still. So I'm putting in some peat moss. Going to work that in. I'll get some horse manure around the plants, but the goal now is to see how many I can fit into this trench. So I got the plan in my mind is that one day we're going to have some steps going right up here. So I wanted to leave this area open. Plus this is where the cable's going, or it runs to our house, the power line. So if we dig in this, we can have steps right there and it won't interfere with anything because we're not going to dig in past this point to the left. So I planted 2 service berries, and they are below where the driveway, or where we park our cars here. So the tops of those, and normally if you've watched my other videos, I do a kind of a well around the trees to let water in. But this isn't done. This is, I made mounds with peat moss and clay, mixed it up, and then topped it all with clay. And I'm going to come back and just put as much mixture of clay and horse manure in the rest of this, and have my husband use the front end loader of the tractor and just take this. He said he needed some for the driveway anyway. And I would have used more of this if it hadn't been so much more clay versus just having dirt in there. I was hoping that I would hit dirt, but this is all clay. Had him kind of do a double dig in there, so that isn't the level that he dug to. He dug deeper, and then just I wanted it softened up some and not compacted as we've compacted what was there previously. So I planted 2 service berries. There's a hazelnut. 2 more service berries and a hazelnut. And 2 more service berries. See the pattern? What I'm thinking is, service berries aren't going to get that tall. We're not going to let them. And the hazelnuts grow, they don't grow that tall either, but they're going to grow above this. But still, we're going to be collecting what comes down. And it shouldn't block. And when we start getting over about where the next hazelnut, it may block our view to the front part of the property, so if we can't see if someone's driving in, who's coming in, what. So over here I may just do service berries and then wait till we get to where there's not a window, and then maybe 4 or 5 service berries, then a hazelnut, and then another service berry or 2, and then a hazelnut, and then windows again until we get past the house. So that's enough for one day. And I moved the kiwis over here while he dug another trench for the garden, which I need to fill, horse manure. I don't know how much manure those horses are making. It's supposed to be 50 pounds a day per horse. She's got 3 or 4 horses, so 150 to 200 pounds of horse poop a day. But still, when you think 200 pounds of horse poop in a day is a lot of horse poop, but filling in something like this, it's not. So now, before I clean up for the day, I'm going to make a horse poop run, and I'll show that when I get back. So I made the horse poop run, and there's a problem. I was hoping, well, I have used raw horse manure, not uncomposted, straight out of a horse's rear end, into my garden, no problems. Didn't burn the plants, didn't have an issue. And talking to some people that did have problems with horse poop burning their plants, the difference was that I got it straight out of a pasture, not out of a barn. Now these You can see the wood chips are all in through here. So this came out of the barn. My daughter didn't have a real barn until last year. So even though some of this looks like it's been composted, I'm kind of leery about how well composted it is. And it's not that fresh, but it could still be too high in nitrogen and it could burn my plants. So what I did was I didn't put it around the plants, I put it in between where it was low. I did layers of horse poop clay, did some garden raking in there, and then also while I was out, I got some free straw. So thanks to a friend of mine, and she, so this is supposed to be straw. I saw some seed heads here and there. I'm not too worried about that. This is going to be all covered with composted horse poop from other containers I have. But I got it all done, and lots of watering. As you can see, the trees are still above where the their ground level, where the ground should be. They're all above that from around them. So this is higher than what's around it. Lots of watering, and if they stayed like this, it's going to be, you know, every day you got to water this. Soaker hose on it, which is what I plan to do. But they're still a little bit lower than the grade. I couldn't think of that word earlier. The grade that's over here for our drive and parking area. So my husband will come with the front end loader and get all this and use it on our easement and other places that the water has, the rain has washed out. And so this will be gone. And he'll dig some more for me. I'll move the kiwis. And I'll just keep doing this. But I'm excited. This is, they're finally in. I was trying to do this, what, 2 weeks ago at least? I was, 4 weeks in the bucket. They're going on 7 weeks now, so it's finally happening. I'm excited. And lots of watering. We're having 90-degree days this week. Thanks for watching.